Hello again. Today's a two for one. This is another short topic that is a question that comes up a lot, both on my YouTube channel and in calls, and um, it's about training on calm. And one of the things that is not presented in any program that I've seen so far is that new emotional states and creating a baseline of calm is its own incremental training. People ask about training on calm. How do you train on calm? And it's realizing that a lot of people who come to me have spent their whole lives, and this was how I operated too for the most part, maybe not completely, but in a large way, having spent their whole life living in stress chemistry, basically living off of adrenaline their entire lives. And a lot of people, the most common age group I see of people who've had a limbic injury and a recovery is in the 40s or 50s. 50s is the most common. So whether you're in your 20s or it doesn't matter, but most people, a lot of people have lived their whole life only ever in stress chemistry or adrenaline. And that means the brain has never been calm before. It's never attained or been calm. So it's a whole new brain state. And because of the nature of the limbic system and the fact that it's protective and it finds change and new things scary, um, the brain can resist that quite a bit. And it's important too because in order to, well, the only thing you have to do to rewire your triggers, whatever they may be, is to be calm or happy around them. Having a positive emotional state around any particular thing is what's going to create a positive association with it, which will then make it no longer a trigger. Which implies that essentially all you need to do is cultivate an elevated state 24/7 and everything rewires itself. That's how recovery works. And the main job we have to do is pry away everything that's getting in the way of being in a positive emotional state all day. And part of that's understanding, a huge part of recovery is understanding brain function. So the analogy I usually like to use is that it's like you're on this big trip and you're sailing across an ocean to a land you've never seen before, and your limbic system doesn't know what's there. And being like a scared child, it wants to it has all these very scary ideas. Um, oh my, like, what's going to be there? Is it safe to go there? We don't even know what it's like. So reassuring the limbic system that it's safe to be calm and just training your brain. And this is, again, for people who are essentially triggered all the time and just constantly in stress chemistry, no matter what you do or don't do, or eat or don't eat, or go places or don't, or whatever, expose yourself to things or not, that or your limbic system is just very much on a hair trigger, and you can be calm for a little while, but the slightest thing can set you off and have you going off into limby land for hours. That's who this is for. The first thing to do is just to not, as much as you possibly can, not increase your load of what you're doing in a day. Simply keep doing what you normally do, but train yourself, utilize all your tools towards just being calm while you do what you normally do, so that you're naturally building that positive association with everything that's in your environment and everything you do in a day. So that, and allowing it to be incremental, recognizing that being in a state of joy too all day, or happiness or calm, when if that's not a state you've ever been in all the time before, that your brain can be a little wary of that. So just recognizing that changing your brain state to a new baseline is its own job. And then once you're there and you want to incrementally train on things like food or movement or chemicals or traveling or what have you, whatever your things are, that way you'll have that strong foundation of having cultivated the new wires of those emotional states that allow it to be a positive experience, and you've got that like kind of new house almost built, or new state built in your brain, so that when you then start triggering yourself, so to speak, or doing those things, you can access those positive pathways while you're doing the activity that used to be triggering, and that's how you rewire it. So, but you work on just entering and stabilizing yourself and making that new emotional state, the feeling, making it safe, making it familiar, making it comfortable, and reaching a point where it's pretty whatever, to be calm or happy all day long every day, and that's when you start training with things. The other part of this too, especially when it comes to longer term things like food, is that, and I talked about this in another video, once the limbic system, and food and hormonal things, because those sorts of things, the processes in the body are rather complex and they happen in long cycles. Especially hormones, especially for women. We have very complex cycles that last a month, and food cycles probably like 3 days. But the limbic system needs to be calm the entire time in order for the messages to be sent to the different glands and organs in the right order and the right timing, so that all those body systems can start to operate healthily again. So training on calm itself and just maintaining calm is enormously what recovery is about, and we just add things in slowly once we've got that foundation under. But I just wanted to put this out there because it's a very it's confusing if you don't understand how the brain works, and no one ever told you this before. It's not a perspective you've probably found elsewhere. So just I hope that clears up what that means, training on calm for some people. So have a great evening, my friends, and I will see you soon.